Hello everybody, and welcome. I am the Beta Plan, and this is Humankind. As some of you may know from my previous video comparing Humankind with Civ 6, I personally think that this game has stronger game mechanics in general than Civ 6, though I do miss a few things out of Civ 6 that of course has been way more developed with all its DLCs and what have you, as well as some of the aesthetics. But seeing we are playing a strategic game, I think mechanics are very, very important. And therefore, this is probably the game that you're going to see for quite some time on my channel, next to, for instance, Crusader Kings 3. Now, the handsome chap you see around here is supposed to be my avatar. And you know what? It doesn't look that far from what I have. I have a ring beard, I have a mustache, I have that inner section, natural growth. I have long hair to past my ears up to my neck, so on the beginning of my shoulders. So, and this is about the color of my hair. The eyes are a little too blue. I'm a little bit more gray, but hey, this goes pretty close. And yes, I also have this hook in the nose. So you know what? I think this is pretty cool. And if you want to play in Humankind against me, I will put a link down here in the description for you to click on, so that you can find me on Games Together, the site of Amplitude Studios, which is along with Sega, the creators of this game. So for this game, we are going to go on a normal world. I don't want to do large. I don't want to have this take forever. We're going to go on normal pacing, which means we have 300 turns to complete the game, or we earn every contemporary era star, completing all the technology tree, eliminating all other empires, vassalizing all the surviving empires, or sending a mission to Mars or rendering the world unfit for human life. I didn't even realize that was an option when we were playing the beta build, so actually there is something like human interaction with the environment, which I thought there wasn't around a lot, but I haven't seen any natural disasters yet, so my comment back in the first overview video, comparison video, was actually a little bit wrong considering this. Next, we're going to go on difficulty Nation. Normally it starts the game at Metropolis. I think I can handle Nation. I don't want to go up to Empire yet. There's still a lot that I really need to learn. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to do a specific map. We're going to have, content is on the add-ons because of the pre-order and the deluxe stuff that I have. And for competitors, well, as I said, we're going to be playing against quite a few people on Twitch and YouTube. Quill18 is one that I have watched quite a lot. Marbrazier and Gamerzak I also know from Twitch. So watched a little bit of Frankie. That's quite a bit of a different style, but certainly up for something else. As well as Shurioka, which I think would be the only one that will speak German in this lineup. Though maybe Marbrazier knows German, considering he's from Poland. And Lucy, being the lady, of course, the leading lady of the game. I'm going to do 7 competitors because I wanted to do a bit of male, female, and next to that, me, because, you know, I'm just weird. So we're doing that on top of that. This is going to be a series that is basically a bit of a... It's a let's play, sure, but I'm also going to put you through the steps. Because you already saw my avatar, but my avatar there was in Japanese clothing, which is the culture you can select, one of the end cultures you can select. Outside of the Edo-Japanese, which is a culture you can select way earlier. But yeah, that means, indeed, I have already finished a game. So yes, I've been trying and testing out a few things, and these avatars you saw here, I had them unlocked, but I just didn't unlock in the game, and there was a little bit of a issue here between Twitch and my Games Together account, which is why this series is a bit late. But hey, I contacted Sega support, and they were actually quite quick, I think, because... I had within 24 hours every time an answer, and considering there is a time zone difference, that is actually pretty darn alright, I gotta tell you. So, together with them, we fixed it. I now have quite a few of the avatars that you can unlock on Twitch. There are Twitch drops, so you can go there, watch those Twitch channels that have an avatar, watch them while they're playing Humankind and have the Twitch drops enabled, and you can get those drops as well. So that is also something there's in Humankind. Humankind is very interactive with its community, and that is actually what the development of this game was based on. Because a lot of the what I would think are the mechanical improvements of Humankind versus Civ 6 actually come from the fact that they asked a lot of questions from the community, like what do you want to see, what do you think should improve, and that is actually where a lot of this is based on. And when you work together with a studio that listens to its public and has already quite a reputation for quite a few interesting games, like for instance Endless Legend.
Our universe contains infinite stories, most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look. It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together, and things start to get interesting and a bit drier. A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind?
Well, that's indeed the question.
A new era, a new epoch. While your tribe looks to you for leadership, the weight of all those future, unborn generations also weighs upon your decisions. What sort of lives will they have?
Well, we have to find out. Now, first of all, this is the start of every game. You don't start with a settler. You start with a unit that can build an outpost if you have enough influence. But we currently don't have that. And we're not producing anything because we don't have a outpost / city. So how are we going to get it? Well, we're in the Neolithic era. So that means that we are hunter-gatherers. We need to gather food, gather resources to survive and make the tribe grow. And our world is very small. We know very little of the world. In fact, we are very much on the top of the world. And here we already see one of the resources that we can get. And that's actually a pretty good early one, I would say. But this is the terrain we know now. Now we walk. And oh, the terrain gets unrevealed. Isn't that cool? Now, how does the game evaluate your progress? There is the overall arching thing, and by the way, you can see now that my clothes have returned back to Neolithic era type clothing, not the Japanese ending clothing. That is fame. This is their overall arcing overview from, hey, how well did you do? Fame can be accrued by many different ways. For instance, there are deeds here. Smorgasbord. Get access to every strategic and luxury resource. Build a wonder. Build a railway. And they all give a certain amount of fame. There are some characters that have an additional boost to fame because they have certain abilities. Certain leaders, I should say. Instead of characters, I think leaders is better. And they would give a little bump. But these are, the general ways to get fame for the deeds as well as these. Growstar have 5 population and or units within your empire, because every unit is worth also a population. It's very different from Civ 6, where only the settler did that, but every unit here does that. Knowledge Star, discover curiosities to accrue 10 science. Or Hunter Star, hunt a total of 5 animals. Alright. Now also, if you're behind, there is this competitive spirit Arrow Star. This catch-up category will passively grant you Arrow Stars until you unlock the next era. It is triggered once another empire reaches the next era. So there's a way to catch up, if you will. That is actually kind of good as a mechanic to make sure that not everything goes wrong. Well, as you just heard, there were 3 categories. Hunting animals and population are actually quite tight with one another, because if you hunt animals, you gather food. And this food allows your tribe to grow to get more units. Hey, both of them at the same time. Pretty darn good, right? Yes, it is. But, my tip, go for a knowledge star, if you can. Why? If you accrue a knowledge star, you can get a legacy, a bonus effect on your empire that lasts for the entire game. Do not underestimate that one. Let's see if we can get it. So let's play a little bit.
Nothing else. You could learn what killed them.
+1 science, +5 influence. So now we have 5 influence, but unfortunately I don't see the next curiosity, as they are called. These items that we just got. Now enter. Yeah, we're a little bit in a valley, and of course, if we get into the height, voila, we see way more. And there is a lair already. There's very little curiosities around here. This is a bad turn. You do not want to have a curiosityless turn. Is that a word we can use? Oh. Oh no, I clicked back by accident. We'll pick up this. Gain another 2 science. That's really good. Actually, you should always move by 1 step, because as you can see there, things change. There we go. That is a 4-1, but it's very difficult to get. So first what we're going to do is going to ransack this lair. This lair has a lightning bolt on it. That means that it will spawn dangerous creatures. So we're going to try and destroy that. We will get a reward for that and then pick up this food. But there you go. Ransacking it this time gave us an extra unit, which is, in this case, very nice. I'm going to split the army in 2. So they can put... Oh. Wrong mouse click, sorry. So that I can check. Hey, we want that. And I noticed that there is now a new curiosity gathered. There and there, which are both food. Once again, we would love to get the science one. But we'll have to see. Now there's also this little display box. If this was in a comic, if people were talking, click on it. And you will get events. Lost Souls, your scouts come to you breathless from exertion. Between gasps, he tells you that he has spied another tribe not far ahead. He leads you on, then after giving a stop signal, you drop to your bellies and crawl forward into the bush. Ahead, a young woman no more than 13 summers is leading a ceremony. Her audience, a dozen or so equally young or younger tribesmen. Many are crying, and when you see the bodies laid out, you understand that they are in mourning. You know what you must do. What we can do is welcome. These children need care and shelter. We will be their guardians and they will become our tribe. New army, growing tribe next to the hunting party. Chance of triggering another narrative event. Or swift, we can become faster. We're gonna welcome them. So we get another unit.
Full bellies and healthy children. I see where this is going.
Now the problem with this is what I'm doing right now is that I'm going to make a look-see here, and maybe I'm actually not even going to pick this one up, because this one unit now has 10 food. Should we advance to the next era, this mechanic becomes obsolete. So, spreading my food over too many armies is not a wise move. Oh, there is a curiosity we really want to get. But I'm going to grab that with this one. It is a bit inefficient. But we're on nation, we can make some mistakes, we can learn, that's the idea. And then you pick up this one. Nice, and there's another science curiosity, very, very nice. Alright. Not a science curiosity, not a lair. It's good for food. Not a science curiosity, that's excellent. We'll pick up the 3 science curiosity, now we have overview. And that is what is good about... As I said, I advise you to get the science stars. But you can see that it is not smart to just do that. And there we go, we have a knowledge star complete. Absolutely wonderful. That was a very good one, giving us 3 science. So now we've unlocked this knowledge star. We've completed that. Excellent. Now we should start looking for where we want to place a city. Now, rivers can become very potent in this game. So I see a river up here. So I decided I'm going to move this unit towards that river. Whereas this unit is going to move... it up. There we go. Was worth it. Now, because we've unlocked the star, we could now immediately move into the next era. And if we do that, we could pick one of those civilizations over here. We're not going to do that just yet. There's actually a reason to not do so. The fact of the matter is, once again, these curiosities change into the next era. And this food mechanic, mainly, is the one that I want to refer here to as being important. It won't come back in that sense. Therefore, I would not be able probably to get this unit up to 5 and this maybe up to 6, depending on how good this one is. And I find that a little bit scary. A tribe's legacy. Now this is because we've unlocked the science star. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons the tribe has trekked the wilderness slowly, tortuously, learning the secrets of this world. How the materials hidden in the deep places and in plain sight might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage. How the beasts and plants of the lands and seas can be more fruitfully harvested. How myths and stories can glacially but inescapably give power over our greatest enemies, other tribes. Now you must decide on what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge for ages to come. Will you be renowned as makers, farmers, or charmers? Now, if we add the astronomy trait here, we get +1 science per population on a city. Plant lore gives us food, and wattle and dub, I think it's pronounced that way, not sure, will give us industry. I love a city that can grow, but there are enough buildings in the beginning, certainly if we settle near a river, that can help with the food. Therefore I prefer either astronomy or wattle and dub. Now, in my playtest, I focused quite a bit on astronomy, but I noticed that where I place my cities, the industry. And the word is right there, and I couldn't get to it. The industry was a bit lacking, so this time I'm going to go with makers. Besides, I want to do something different than what I am used to doing, so I think a lot of people might also be used to doing. After all, I don't want to be that guy, but there are quite a few people that would value science highly, which, you know, is a very valid tactic. We know this is a very valid tactic. There we go, move there. Now, you go into this. Ooh, there's an animal. We could kill it, but there's no need for it. I am more interested in showing that. Now, rivers, as you may notice, that gave me a little symbol over here. Getting onto a river costs an entire turn. Then you can move down the river via floatsome or boat, and then everything will be fine. And voila, there is another era star unlocked, and in fact we actually have almost enough food to gain yet another population. Seed of an idea. Yesterday the tribe came across a vast trade of wild grain. The stalks swaying in the breeze like the wind playing over gold waters. The ground down grain could feed the tribe twice over, but one of the tribal elders had another idea. Instead of pounding the seeds into flour, she suggests planting half of them so the grass may return next summer. It's a curious idea, at odds with the nomadic life, but perhaps a harbinger of future. What should we do? Plant, minus 25% on domestic research costs, or on nomadic tribes plus 2 food on city or outpost. I'm going to go with plant. Because although I'm not focusing on it, I would like... Ooh, that's unfortunate. That's not a... I had in my previous games, I had some ones that immediately gave you 20 food. Now, I have to admit that must be a rare occasion, having such a good food ground. I'm going to stand over here, trying to look out if I can find, for this army, another curiosity. There it is. That can at least bring me over into the next one. And same for you. That was a very poor one, with only 5 food. So you can see that they differ a little bit. You're not guaranteed. Okay, so this is the end of the map. That's actually pretty good to know. Pretty good to know. I'm almost ready to get out of the Neolithic era. And if we're almost ready to get out of the Neolithic era, well, as you see, there is a type of yield. I had to look it up for a moment how to do that, but it's over here. That's why I had a little pause in the video. And with that yield, we can look a little bit to where we would like to settle. Like, these plains are pretty poor in food, but a river will become much better than what it looks like now. Trust me, rivers will become glorious. But I'm considering either settling in this area or in this area. Let's first just have a look-see across the river. You know what? Let's just attack this animal so that we can show you that as well, how that works. Let's do a manual battle. First, we have the deployment phase. We can now tell our unit to go... target... Oh, I cannot move. Normally you can... Deployment zone, you can tell what to do. And deployment. But, oh, this square is not part of it? No, it's not part of my deployment zone. But you can tell your unit either start there or there. Now, I will start here, because starting on a river tile is very, very bad, and you will see in a minute. Actually, I'm gonna end the round here. Oh, there comes the animal already. Animals. So silly. I now took a damage, and I guess it took this damage from attacking me, because I didn't think it was hurt at the start of the battle. I would love it if I could show things off. There we go. It has 8 combat strength, but is -3 from crossing a river, and -1 from being damaged. I have 10 combat strength. It would be... I can attack it because it's really weak right now, but as you can see, it's really bad to stand on a river. So, end the round. We've attacked it once. It's going to attack us again, and there is probably going to be its demise, and that indeed it did. Deader than dead. Now, let's just get you out of here. I would like you, just you, to move here. Oh, there's that. So we're starting to look into where to build a city. This is 22 and... Oh, darn it. This is blocking it. 22 and 23 even. That is pretty good. But that is not a lot of food. Having said that, if I look with you to where I want to build a place... Like, this is 12 food. Or 9 food. 12 or 9 food. And you had 9 or 11 food. I think we're going to settle up here. But we're probably going to claim the other zone as well. Well, first let's just grab some food. Unfortunate. Science, would like it, but I'm more interested in food. Because we kind of need to get out of this this Neolithic era by now. And settle in place. But I would like, because there's only 5 food difference, for that tribe to grow. Just have another look-see down here. Yeah, those places are indeed kind of good, but it's unfortunate that those 2 good areas are somewhat apart. I would like for you to go here and spot around this lake for me. And you better go up. Because if we're about to end the age, we know that there are curiosities around this area most of the time. Doesn't seem like they respawned. And then we're going to put you onto this river. And then we're going to go up north there. And have a look-see. Culture chosen. Yeah, they're starting to choose cultures. Ooh, did I attack the animal? No. Funny thing a little bit is that if you move ahead of... They discovered Lake Baika. Alright, well, it's clear that we soon need to do something about this. Can I move down there? Yes. Can I move to up here? Just looking... Alright, we'll get... why wouldn't I go off the river there? That's just a misplay. Don't do what I just did. There we go. 15 food, that was a big one. And that gained us a new tribe person, and there's actually quite a bit of food around here, and there's signs up there. Alright, So, oh, that's me being a bad person as well. No, don't stop like that, you. Take this one up. Take that one. You grew to 2. You were 1, so we should be happy about that. I would just like this unit to grow to 2 before we move into the different eras. I could pick up this region. I mean, it's a pretty good region. All of a sudden, there was food there. Hunter-gatherers. We sometimes miss the most obvious things, apparently. Well, we know there was a science thing up here. We can get it in two turns. So we should be fine to do that. I know there's food of this animal down here, but right now I'm more interested in curiosities. There is the 2. That's good enough. Split this one off to form a settlement. Oh, that's tempting. Because that is 24. That is a high yield. Problem, of course, is that it's low in food. But it's a high yield. Let's go there. You are to create an outpost for me. Over here. This is not normally what I like to do. I like to have some food for growth, but let's do this. This is the last turn we will be in the Neolithic era, because this is the last time we're gonna pick up some curiosities that will help us in this era. In fact, we are already picking up curiosities that should remain in the next era. It's just the food ones that are really the berry gathering that is. Ooh, there's a bear. I don't think a bear gives me 20 food. Oh! We don't need to go there. Oh! Luring me to that bear. I'm willing to go to them fighting the bear if that is gonna bring us victory in that sense. Could fight the animal, but it won't bring me much. Which army is idle? None of them are. Oh! This one is. Crud. I didn't realize I had put them off the river, but apparently I did. Let's get up here. I was almost going in Dutch for a moment there. That's not normally what I tend to do. There you go. Hey, bear. I want to hunt you. With 2 people, I'm willing to fight you. Oh, open. Let's do a manual battle. I think these positions are excellent. Keep the high ground on this bear. Alright, we'll move 1 with you, 1 with you. And it's mainly the high ground here that is doing everything. 35 damage, and excellent, doing it again. Now, he can definitely get on the high ground over here, being on equal footing, and that's exactly what it does. I can understand that, but there we go. For our young. Yeah, because we're hunter-gatherers trying to get food desperately for the young. There we go, 3rd unit. That 5 food, that's just gonna have to be it. Like, we can't handle everything. 7 plus 12, 23, 24! Why didn't you show me this first? Gosh darn it, that one is better. I think I've seen that one actually. I saw that one before, didn't I? I'm just an idiot. Ah, oh, darn, it's hard to reach. I didn't want to. Alright, so next turn we will settle. And it takes a moment for the place to settle. But we don't need that in order to pick a society. So that's what we're going to do now. Because, holy heck, a lot of them have already gone into it. 2, 4, 5. And there are 6 opponents with us. Now, so they have gone into the Harpins. Getting a lot of food. Also food from river tiles. So that this one is if you want to grow quick. The Hittites for combat strength. The Mycenaeans, combat strength. And they're pretty, and a little bit of industry. You have to, if you want to see them, you have to go slow down. I'm just gonna focus on what we choose. money and research. And this is influence. The Olmecs and food. But all of these things, you see, all of these civilizations, not civics, have 3 things for them. They have a bonus, a unique trait that will be retained, as you can see, for the era. So this is one that's always there. +1 food on producing food, +1 food on river. This is amazing. So this can give you +2 food on rivers. It's really not bad. But these 2 units, they will be replaced as... Well, this one will be replaced as it becomes obsolete. This one you won't be able to make anymore as you go beyond the ages. But one of the very strong starts is the Xiao. And I say that because their bonus is a +2 stability on districts. Meaning this one is very good, this is civilization, to go tall. Or even wide. Because the more cities you have, the lower stability also goes. If your stability goes low, well, your city becomes producing less and even can go into rebellion. But this school actually gives stability and all districts become more stable. I really like that one. I was actually kind of interested also playing once, for instance, with the Harapins. The Harapins. If 1 drop of water are found, all the secrets of life. In 1 drop of water are found, all the secrets of life. It's a confusing sentence. The Hittites, not really into them, and to be honest, yeah, I should really do one day a gold run as well. And we did actually choose a industry focus, so we also could go to Egyptians. +1 industry on tiles producing industry, -10% on district industry cost. So it's all cheaper to build forever. That's pretty good. But I like stability. What is your district, Egyptians? +1 influence, +3 industry, +3 industry per adjacent marker. Then you need really an area where you're building in a lot of maker districts. I said marker districts, but I mean maker districts. Alright, here are a few that you could build together. But it's not like... I mean, here it would be amazing, the Egyptians. But here there's almost no food. And I don't think we're going to connect this area in time for the Makers District to come. No, we'll go with the Xiao. It's how I pronounce it. I've heard other people saying Zhu. But I think it's Xiao because of the Z here. So, we're going to go for stability. The disadvantage of them is that their emblematic unit, pretty good, nice, the Zanshi, requires 2 resources, as you can see, in the resource prerequisites at the lower end of your screen. 1 horse, 1 copper. Those are a little bit hard to get technology-wise, but I did notice we have copper here and horses here. So, and actually also horses here. So, we should be able to make those guys. Sometimes it can be a bit hard depending on where the resources are located. I think this time we can do it. So, we're popping the Xiao. We're confirming them. So, we're no longer gathering food from food resources. So... we don't need these guys as much anymore. I'm going to move this unit up here, and there's going to be a reason for that, which will be shown once we have built our city/outpost. Just checking back here if perhaps a new curiosity has spawned. I doubt it, but we can check. Let's take the high ground. Ooh, 15? No, 5 only. 5 only. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Cannot win them all. Cannot win them all. It was halfway there, ho, ho. But yeah, let me not sing any further, or otherwise everybody is gonna quit the video right at this point. This is where the Beta Plan channel fell completely in ruins. He started to sing. Oh, horror, horror. Lovecraft is nothing compared to that. Hey, Sanctuary. +20 food. That means that I think we will get that unit just before the end of everything. Oh, here. I keep forgetting this unit apparently. I'm sorry. I think we should pull you back. Oh, I actually picked up something. I heard it go off. Oh no, that was just the end turn. Alright.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. Perhaps you don't really need to focus on markets when you have deep philosophers and dangerous chariots.
And that particular sentence is, oh no, it went to 10 gold. Because we did skip into the next stage. Into the next era. Well. What happened. There we go. So it's going to be 3 turns before this completes. There we have somebody else.
Life is wonderful, is it not? Treat me and my people with respect, and all will be well.
All right.
1,000 welcomes. I am the leader of a great people. I hope you are one who keeps their word.
Tell me, should I respect you or dissect you?
Now, probably he says that because my avatar, as you can download, is actually one that actually enjoys loyalty. Let's propose sharing maps.
The world is full of
Nope.
new opportunities, is it not? Hear my proposal.
That is very uninteresting.
She is impulsive.
It works for you.
So no matter the cost, deeds follow words. So whatever she wants to do, she's gonna fill up. But she is forgiving of errors in the past. She is a host, plus 10 influence per independent people under patronage. Well, the independent people will happen later, it's not now. And Pathfinder, she moves quicker. Alright. Well, let's not go hardcore on this just yet. We could battle. The problem is that she's blocking me here. If I move within a square that's next to her, my entire army's movement will be nullified. Like this. See, now it's grayed out, it can't move. All over. Bit of a shame. That one. What I want to do, however, is probably use my influence to get to the next territory and build up 6 plus 11. That might be the best thing that we're going to get here. I mean, I want a little bit of food. Is that the next area? No, this is the same region still. Why isn't it showing to me? Oh, maybe because I'm not within its region's borders? No? Why is it? It's showing me over here like, hey, this is a good spot. I mean, I know this borders this as well. Well, we do want horses, but if she is focused on this area, I'm more interested in, you know, making sure that this doesn't go to her. Sorry, Frankie. 8 plus 11, 14 plus 6, this is 20, this is 19, so this is better. Despite being very much on the border. I can't check this spot. Doesn't seem like it's going to be very good. So actually, what was it? This one was, right? 20. Yeah, alright, let's just build an outpost here as well. And start claiming this area. Don't like it that much, but there we go. And I want to build one over here because we need to get down to copper. And that's not what... Yeah, I see this game, but this is not what I like as a position. I need to have it connected. I could... Having said that, I could connect this one and then move into the copper territory. Yes. That would be adjacent. Alright, let's do that then. Let's use that a whole lot of influence that we've gained to massively bump rush that our expansion. That's what I wanted to say. By the way, if you're wondering, hey, don't you normally do half-an-hour videos? Yes, I do, but you know, this is the first episode of a brand new game. I don't know why it doesn't say proper. I don't know what my mind was trying to tell me to do, but that was not the thing that we wanted to know. But now what we also can do is technology, and that is pretty good. We want to get into irrigation because this gives us food on the river. Now actually we don't make any science per turn yet because this one hasn't built yet, but hey, this is something that will come up later. And you know what, if you're gonna go there, I'm gonna go and send this guy somewhere to the copper fields for next influence drop. And the Babylonians have been chosen, excellent. So she has moved away. I am going to calendar researched. Ah, because I discovered Gung Nu Mulu. You are the first to discover it, gaining 30 science. That is really cool. And that is one of those deeds that I discovered before. Voila. So we missed Lake Baikal. Somebody else found it. And somebody else found the Great Blue Hole. Okay, that happens. We found one of the natural wonders that give us a little bit of additional fame. That's pretty darn good. What do you want?
Generous. A very generous proposal.
She wants to trade luxury resources. If you give me 5 gold.
You must enrich the offer.
You're teasing me. The answer's no.
Alright then, well I thought I could get 5 gold from you, but apparently you are just not willing. This is a shame. Went Dutch again. 23 or 23. I would like to go a little bit more balanced. Thank you. We'll place it over there. We'll keep this guy nearby, just to make sure that there's no funny business on her side. And I will keep these two together. Her army's somewhere down here. Can you see it? Because there's markings over there. Now we know. I'll put you on the river, and that makes us also have you on her army. Ah, they're on a plateau, which I can't see properly, which is why this is happening. Okay, well, I will pull you together then again. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit... You know what? Just hunt the animal. I think now it won't give us food, but give us a little bit of gold. There we go. I will not attack with this guy, because he is... Actually, no! I thought it would be on the river, but apparently because this is a or an outpost, sorry, no city yet, I guess he likes it better, and this is weird, because he's attacking now from low ground, which is only gonna cost him. Thank you so much. Yes, spoils gained 5 gold. This is a bit of a weird one, because we didn't have the high ground, now we do. There we go. Excellent. And... yeah, I could also, of course, end the animations. That is quite a possibility, but I find that such a shame. The animations are cool. You know, you kill the animations after a while. Not immediately. Not at the first sign of animational problems. That's not the right word I wanted to pick, but we're just gonna go with it. Apparently that's my brain today. I know that spot is decent, but it's not where I want to place something. I want to get to this copper. Yeah, as I said, this region was good for the Egyptians because it has a lot of production. Boy, howdy. Yeah, let's just go for the one with 1 additional food. It will have enough production as it is. We will have to have one of the other regions produce the food then for the city. Or it will become an independent city. That is also quite possible. No need for it to be all attached to one city. Boom. That's surrounded by a lot of rivers. There we go. Getting a curiosity. Excellent. Caught off by mountains. This terrain is interesting. There we go. Now we've got the high ground as well. We've got a little bit more view. This is her terrain already. Nubians. Oh. We are pretty close on each other's borders. Alright. And as you can see, animals do not have a zone of control in that sense that they don't stop or impede the progress of our units. Why would I go around it if I already chosen on the left side? Should have considered that at the first go. Zhao. I'll go back here. Maybe there's a curiosity. You need to heal anyways, and we already have another unit moving in to make a outpost. Although we don't have the influence anymore, but hopefully we can get that via curiosity. You're gonna wait one turn. It's a bit of a shame, and I'm gonna split up in two, because I'm kind of curious where this river then leads. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Still learn the game here. Oh, and there's a curiosity over down there, and so we don't have the influence. Let's grab it. Wonderful Great Barrier Reef. Somebody has already found the Great Barrier Reef. Are they already on the sea? Okay. I am impressed. Maybe this difficulty is too high for me. Who knows? There we go. 20 gold. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. I'll be honest and fair about that. Do we share this content just with the Nubians? The capital's over here. Wow, they've expanded already quite up north. Though you never really know. And evolve this into a city. There we go. Kang is there. And now we can start finally building the things we want to build. Well, first, a maker's quarter. So we can get some production up. Because what I'd like to do is, let me first show you. Currently we have 0 people. 0 out of 8 people that can live here. But there is still a bit of food being produced because of all the things that are around here. We can, however, increase that particular city's size by just putting in 2 units. Et voila, and now we have the ability to start working on things. Now we would have food people lose, but in 3 turns, this will be built. The growth is slower than that this is being built. I'm going to build the maker's quarters. After that, we can start getting some serious nice things. And the funny thing is, because we're Zhao, building just this little, what do you call it? Artisan's quarters, apparently. You can gain the food, the gold, and holy heck, you also gain the stability from having built that. That is really, really nice. After that, we do want a pottery. And then plus 2 food on the farmers. Where would we want the school being built? Yeah, you like mountains, I remember that. But maybe we can wait until we finish this building and then another quarters and then over here. Maker's quarters, something like that. Let's not plan too far ahead just yet. At least we have now some control over some of the borders. You need to pick that up still. Ooh, curiosity. Nice. Got a always curious and looking for curiosities. You're done. Let's scooch around here, because this is the end of the map, that's clear. Oh, I didn't realize that this was such a steep slope. So we have to go all the way around it. Anything interest here? Create your religion. I don't know what just happened. I must have picked up something up. But, so plus, there's a few things that are in this game as well. Religion and civics, much like Civilization 6. So, as we create our religion, we have either +5 faith per number of attached territories, or +1 faith per population. So if we go shamanism, we would gain +2. +5 per attached territories would gain us, I think, 5. So I'm going to go with this one. I prefer this one. And the holy site is a nice building because it gives +20 faith, +20 stability, and +2 stability on the district in general because of Zhao. And religion now, let's see, where they're converting to polytheism. Zhao polytheism. I'm still very vague on what determines your point when you can make a religion. Also, civics for me sometimes pop up like this. 2 enactable civics. Okay, I didn't realize that was gonna pop up. So, Empire Foundation. Well, I actually know this one, but sometimes I don't know what triggers them. So, we can look at the details. This is how Humankind handles civics. Very much unlike Civilization. There aren't civics you discover, research, and then unlock, and then can choose which one you do. No, there is a left or right way, and there are a few things that can happen. First of all, in order to enact it, we will need influence. We currently have 5. So we can enact 1 in the next turn. And then we can either go to the religious side of the things, or better say tradition, which will give us +5 stability in all cities, +2 faith on territories, or, and stay in the middle, if we stay in the middle it's +10, or we go from this side and we gain additional science on the city, and there is a general ability. We don't produce a lot of science yet, but I think I want influence in the beginning. The other one is legitimacy. -50% on creating outpost cost. That is just so good. I cannot deny this. -20% on attach cost and 20% absorb cost is when you want codified laws, better say. Attach of an outpost is your city that we founded. I should show you on the map. That makes it easier. Hayong over here. If we want this region to be considered part of the city, we need to attach it. That's what this button does when it's possible. Doing so... Oh my dear, we're converting to Nubians already. Oh, this might be a troublesome game. Yep, a lot of influence from the Nubians. Oh boy. Oh boy. We need to spread our influence. Anyways, back to the point at hand. When we attach something to make one city bigger, then this is the cost. This is, however, from creating a new area. I would say that the one on the left is better for a large map, is what my brain tells me. Can't really tell you out of experience yet, though. And that the one on the right is for smaller maps. That is a little bit of influence gain. Thank you very much. It costs now 30 influence to create an outpost. I think that also has to do with changing up civics and ages. There we go, another little bit of science. Oh! Kinabulu discovered. Is that this? Kinabulu Forest. Oh, there you go. We discovered this forest. Wonderful. I still don't know what discovering a forest does for you, to be fairly honest. I can go to it, but what it does, I don't know, because it's not a deed by my knowledge. Oh, see? It's not a deed. Oh, so the Nubians have discovered the Great Barrier Reef. Okay. Alright. Let's go down here. Maybe there's a curiosity down here? Oh, yes, there are. Yes, indeed there are. I went just down here, now went up again, didn't I? Oh, beta plan. Attention span. Great Barrier Reef discovered. Oh, we were so close. Guided by the constellation, ancient people have navigated these colorful, fecund waters for generations beyond count. First discovered by the Nubians. Yeah, we were close. We could have probably discovered it if we had a scout going pretty straight up there. I wonder if this is the same continent? Might be. Might be, but I think we are pretty enclosed by the Nubians. Okay, that is enough of this. Let's just go back. Can't tell you yet how well this is going. 5 more minutes in this episode, though.
It is warmth, protection, and, praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
I think that is for creating the outpost over here of Almanac. That's the ransack, thank you. Let's get that maker's quarter up and running. Get this curiosity. That's a lot of influence, 40. Thank you so much. One of the agrarian stores have been unlocked. You've found the curiosity. Volunteers providing new army warriors next to the regiment. And we have 24 population because the warriors here spawned. So we now have a higher tier unit that we just uncovered. Just gonna walk around with it for the moment. And yes, I could put more scouts into the city, but I don't want to overgrow it so that it is unable to, well, basically give everybody food. I could already attach Almanac. You saw there that I have the ability to do so. We could also found new cities, but right now that is more costly than getting us a attachment. But I think the first thing I want to... Now, do I want that? Yeah, you know what? Let's first handle the civics. I would like additional influence.
Why was this even a question? Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place.
Alright, and let's get legitimacy. And as you can see, the cost went up because we've already taken another one. Do I want to create even more signs, or am I going to go back to more stability for creation of outposts? And I'm actually going to go for this one.
To leave a lot of interpretation of right and wrong. Not to mention yours and mine.
That seems to leave a lot of interpretation. Customary laws, historical precedent, and tradition serves as the basic for our judgments. Not codified laws. Oh well. Converting to Zhao. Okay, good. Our influence has increased. And thus we can do that. We're gonna use the last 40 to create an outpost over here. Now we definitely, for the next bit of influence that we will find, we will definitely use that too. Oh, there you go. Irrigation research and science and another bit of influence. That is really good. Then I think we're gonna go for horses, domestication. So that we can use those horses. You're gonna go down this route because we don't need... Right now we are not at war with the Nubians. And I'm now more on... Oh, perfect, we're just walking onto a curiosity. We're now just discovering our continent a lot. And what else can be obtained from here. This is all part of this particular region. Maybe that is... This region is also really good to get. This one. We should definitely look into that. They even seem to have gone top. They haven't even taken this one yet. Haven't grown top? Yeah, I've grown straight to the north is what I meant. At least on this map. Let's go here. And you can see that now we can't even see because we're actually covered by hills. I love this look. Very realistic. Very...
You have constructed a first emblematic quarter. It's a symbol of power and a lasting memory of this era. Go ahead. Be smug.
Actually, it's not an emblematic quarter. I just made a maker's quarter. So that's not entirely true. Do we want to get influence quick? I like to use money quickly to get things boosted, and I will. So there we go. We will now do this so that we can grow again. Granary. Do I need a person here for a lot of turn differences? Yeah, 2 turn differences is strong enough for me to consider that useful. After that, we can do this one for another little bit of industry. And after that, we definitely need this, or we need a holy site. But yeah, it doesn't. That's one of the things I don't really get. If you look here, you can see an arrow that is helping to +5 from synergy on districts, which I think is from the mountains, which is why I want to place it over here. But yeah, it's not entirely clear always what is going to help you out or not. Alright. We will attach this one next turn, I reckon. We have done this. Let's kill this animal. And that's gonna be it for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I thank you for watching. Should you be interested, the next episodes are all going to be half an hour, or not an hour, so I won't take up so much of your time. But it is always quite interesting, I think, for a new game, to do the first episode a little longer, a little something. In general, I keep about half an hour. I tend to play a lot of strategy games. If you are not familiar with my channel, I enjoy a lot of interaction with anyone that's watching my channel. I like community feedback. There's only so much one man can learn on his own. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know in the comments. And yeah, let me know what you particularly enjoy about Humankind. Have you already bought the game? Are you playing with my avatar? Are you enjoying smacking me around a little bit? In case you're still wondering how to get that, that is linked down in the description. Is where you can get it from the Games Together site. And, well, there you have the choice of either allying me or taking me down. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.